Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Adam RPG with me, Bring It On. Let's see if we can get in here and speak to these fine sewer people. You come to a reinforced metal door. Someone is watching you through a slit made in the upper part of it. We're not expecting guests. Yo, I'm zonked the hell out and I want to crash here. Don't be such a queen about it. I'm not a queen. You're a queen. Screw it. Hold on. The gatekeeper looks you over and gets away from the tiny window. You hear some mechanical sounds from the other side, and suddenly a bell rings all across the sewers. This is probably the guard's way of telling the locals they have a new guest. Go on in. Just don't cause any trouble, capiche? Freaking tough guy. Fine, fine. I won't. Hey, 52 experience. The man gives you a grim look. Alright, can't talk to him. That's fine. The huge bearded guard looks at you with distrust. More so, he looks like he's about to attack you because you looked at him the wrong way. What's new? Listen closely. Hear that? No more scuttling around in the pipes. That means someone finally dealt with all those darn spiders. That's good news. I did that. Who are you guarding? This here hallway. Why? Have you heard what happens to nosy people around here? Fine, I'll be going. I wonder what that first option was. Oh, hello. What are you? Before I do anything, let's quick save. Don't touch it. Oh, this is what he's guarding, right? Okay, he does not like it when I do that. That's fine. Oh, I bet you that opens up this door. Alright, so we probably have to wait for him to patrol back to the other side. Well, what if I aggro everybody here? The man looks at you with suspicion. Okay, we're not really well regarded here. Oh, he walked away. Can I push it now? Oh. Probably stolen from some nature museum. A few landscapes, most of them look counterfeit. Rich citizens used to order such paintings all the time. What is this? It's like a dragon statue. Oh, hello, money. Oh, I'd love some hot tea right about now. Some port wine. A rusty rifle. Helmet. Isn't that lion statue from Leningrad? A lot of books. What a cozy house. Well, I gotta admit, it's a nice drawing. Interesting. How did that painting get here? A warrior of a crossroads. Reminds me of me sometimes. A stone lion. How did they manage to get it into the sewer? Or get it to the sewer? 2 books. Each has Encyclopedia Toulon on the cover. The front is a blue oval with Orbis Tertius or Tertius scribbled in it. This book is called Codex Comitarium. It seems like it was published by the Golden Goblin Press. Too bad the language is unknown to me. There's Encyclopedia Vestranda written on the cover. It's short for Vestran's Extrapolar Teleonomical Encyclopedia. I think I'll pass. There's a book over here as well. This book is called The Glauca Revelations, Tome 12. Too bad it's written in an unknown language. I'm sure those are references to things. I'm not familiar with most of them. Obviously I know the Mona Lisa. This painting is unfamiliar to me. That one kind of rings a bell. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to get into these. Hey, makeshift explosive. Oh, more than one. Hot dog. Alright, that should be enough explosives to get us to the entire game, honestly. Oh, crap. Okay. Where's my last save at? If I can get back out without aggroing that guy, that'd be for the best, of course. Oh, this said something different. It said something about the tusks look like it belonged to an elephant. Okay, we'll go back through here, click on all these, just to make sure I don't miss anything. It's possible it'll come up in conversation later on in the game. Oh, is he already hostile? Because I'm in here? He might be. We'll see if we can sneak out and stop him from being aggro. Mysterious smile, to be sure. Yeah, I think he's just gonna wait there for me. Well, shoot. I haven't spoken to these people yet, so I don't want to fight them until I know what they're all about. Also, they have 3 stars next to their health bars, which means we're probably not meant to fight them. At least not yet. But it looks like he's just going to wait for me. Alright, so we're not going to go in here yet. Sadly. Laborer's Calendar 6. Recipe. Laborer's Calendar, August 23rd, 2003. Today is the 235th day of the year, leaving only 130 days until the next cycle. Name days for Agapit, Vyacheslav, Iran, Roman, Rosa. This day in history. 23rd of August, 1927. The day of the unjust executions of Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti in capitalist America. Here's to you, Nicola and Bart. May you rest forever in our hearts. The last and final moment is yours. That agony is your triumph. The folk calendar celebrates the day of Lavrenti? Behind the river. If the waters of the lake are calm today, it means the winter will not be too cold. If it's a hot day, it means the autumn will be rainy. In that case, I recommend everyone make themselves a leather breastplate. It will keep you warm and won't let the rain through. Not to mention bullets and arrows, which it also maybe deflects. For this fun project, you only need 2 rabbit pelts, 2 strong pieces of cloth, maybe scarf, a couple ropes or wires, and tools. I wanted to make a breastplate for myself, but then I remembered that when I last ate rabbits, I was so famished I didn't even skim them first. Because you people are not donating. Here I am writing all these free tips for you awful bastards, and dying from hunger because of my generosity. Or are you so poor you can't even help me? Prove me wrong, hobos. Okay, well, there's that. Some ammunition. I'll take your bottles as well if you don't mind. Each one is worth at least 1 ruble. Alright, nope. It's fine, I didn't really want that one anyway. Alright, so it looks like a barkeep. And let's see, trade you for that. Alright. A fat bearded man stands behind an improvised bar rack and slowly cleans some murky glasses with a dirty, oily rag, looking to the depths of space with an unseeing 1,000-yard stare and a slight smile on his face. When he notices you, he moves the dirty glasses aside, laughs, and gives you his hand for a hearty handshake. Hey there, kid. Glad to meet you. Seeing a fresh face after years of serving drinks to freaks, deformed by the harsh nature of the post-apocalyptic Soviet Union, count me in. Stay a while and listen, and have a drink. That's a Deckard Cain reference from Diablo. Yeah, some booze can't hurt. Show me what you got. Well, I'm staying. What should I listen to? The barkeep looks at you silently for almost a minute, then shrugs his shoulders. I don't know. It's just a figure of speech, see? Stay a while and listen. Sounds cool, right? What kind of figure of speech is this? I never heard anything like that. The barkeep gives you a strange smile. Come on, what do you mean you never heard it? This phrase has like a cult following. It was first created by, Leopard Abel? Yeah, that sounds about right. From, the Tristramavka Communal Farm. Jesus, wow. The bartender smiles like a mentally ill person and starts winking at you profusely. Ugh, Donnie, just don't talk to him anymore. Zumber has no respect for the fourth wall. One more word out of him, and I'll be totally driven out of the immersion. Why did that explanation sound like a lie you made up just now? A lie? It was a top-notch reference. Why aren't you laughing? Go on, laugh. Laugh at the funny reference. Hee hee. I command you. What the heck is a reference? What do you want about? The bartender freezes for a whole minute, creepy grin intact. You're about to leave when he starts talking again, as if no conversation ever took place. So how may I be of service, kiddo? A drink to get your mind off things? Some nice homemade food for that tummy? Let me ask you a few standard questions. You can ask me anything. Just make it no more than 4 questions, or I'll start getting lost in all the lies I told you. Who are you, comrade? The barkeep clumsily turns around and quickly yanks a large round liquor bottle from under the table. Your friendly bartender. Guys call me Fade. It's a nickname for my heavy metal loving past. I'm listening to much softer music nowadays, though. Victor Gaidov, Atomic Love Gurus, disc jockey #1 Sergei Minayev, but the nickname stuck. But that's okay. Better be called Fade than get your cornhole invaded by an inmate. Gotcha, nice to meet you. How many patrons do you get in this joint? Not many, mostly it's smugglers and bandits, but sometimes meaningful people such as yourself come by as well. I see. The barmaid looks at you with a constantly changing smile. What can you tell me about the underground? What can I say? It's a nice, well-hidden place, but you still best watch yourself. There are plenty of pieces of crap out there in the corridors. I'm not talking about feces. I'll remember that. Got any good rumors to share? There's a ton of criminals out there in the wastes, and even in this very bar. But trust me, these guys are angels compared to the folks from the secret cartel. Wait, what am I on about? There's no such thing as a secret cartel. Ha, no such thing at all. Tristero, more like fake stero. Yee. Interesting. Know any more good rumors? They say one former lab assistant developed a shrinking potion somewhere in the mountain pass of Woes. First thing he did as his body became the size of a baby carrot was venturing into the fabled mouse kingdom under the old castle. Why did I just take damage? Oh, something wore off over here. Okay. He didn't even take off his lab coat before entering. So naturally, the mouse guards beheaded him on the spot for the crime of experimenting on their feral brethren. While noble and chivalrous, these mice really hate scientists. Alright, one more rumor. They say that the Mycelium Society buys precious stones at high prices. Why would they do that? These things are pretty much useless nowadays. Well, thanks for the rumor. I better go. Alright, that was fascinating. What a character. A smiling man is sitting at a table, drinking beer, and chewing on some dried fish. His partner or bodyguard sits nearby, drumming his fingers on the table, and sometimes taking a small sip of tea out of a broken, cracked cup. When the smiling guy sees you, he says, "Hey, hello, good evening. Hi, how's your day? Any worries? Any troubled thoughts?" "It's a great day for me, thanks for asking." "I'm glad for you. Maybe there was something in your past you'd like to forget. Something in your character you'd like to change. Huh? Huh? It's not a personal secret, that is." "I'll have you know it's a personal secret. Why are you even asking, comrade?" The big fellow ignores your question. If it's a secret, then it must really hurt. The man gathers the scales and bones of a fish he was just now feasting upon, and dumps them into the dark and murky underflow. He then turns back to you and winks. "It's okay. You can finally get rid of that emotional luggage, or change your perspective on life completely. Pay attention." The smiling trader throws away the rest of the fish scales, and puts his hands on the table. "My name is Damian Forgetov, and I'm selling the most wondrous thing in all the waste combined. The water of forgetting." "Well, now when we're friends, can you answer a few questions for me?" Damian takes a sip of his beer, wipes his lips and smiles. "I'd be glad to, but too many of my life facts are now forgotten." "Can we talk about that wonder water you got there?" "Gladly. Have you ever heard of that one rumor about a mountain spring full of amnesia water? People say it wipes your brain clean. You only get to keep the knowledge of language and your own name. Other stuff that happened to you in life gets completely erased from your memory. So this was referenced earlier in a rumor, I think in Ultra Noye. I had mentioned it then. I'll tell you this much, that is no rumor. I found that Oblivion Spring. Interesting. Where did you find it? Oh, somewhere in the mountain pass of Woes. But don't ask me where exactly. I forgot. See, after I filled 10 barrels with that spring water, I probably decided to give it a little test, and I lost every memory I ever had about the place. Forgetov. Is this a fake last name you took as a joke of sorts? Nope. I know it's weird, but I was always Damian Forgetov. Long before I discovered that spring. Crazy coincidence, right? Okay, so how much do you ask for that water? It's not cheap, as you can probably guess, but for 7,000 rubles, I'll gladly give you one ampule. Ample? Ampule. And what's the practical use for this product? Don't worry, I sell the water in tiny portions. You won't forget things like your childhood, first love, secret missions you might be on for a weird pre-war organization and stuff like that. But you'll forget your own psychological limitations, that's for sure. I had one fun case. A mercenary, dumb as a nail, became a genius after drinking one of these bad boys. Turned out that his folks told him to ignore science and only do stuff like sports since childhood. Thus, he grew up an idiot. But when my water made him forget he hated science and math, he started learning that stuff with a new gusto, and soon became a millionaire. I don't know how this stuff works, but it sure does work. You know, I met a guy who sold the same thing for much less money. Oh no, no, no. Don't even try haggling. 7,000 is a fair price. No less. Interesting. I'm gonna come back later. Let's see. Okay. Can't talk to the bodyguard. Alright. Well, what about this guy over here? A lot of rusty guns. To craft a 3rd tier zip gun. Well, I don't do crafting, so I don't care about that. But I do have stuff to exchange. Not a lot of stuff, mind you, but I do have some stuff. Actually, I'll put that back. Can I grab all of his money? I'm gonna start stocking up on ammunition, because I did, well, may as well take it, right? I lose out on just a little bit of rubles. It's not a big deal. We'll make that trade. The man on the stool is pondering something. As you come closer, he lifts his head and starts talking in a low voice with a barely audible lisp. Well, well, how can I help you? By showing off my sweet wares, maybe? We got the best contraband here, especially for those who plan a big hustle. I'm not here for a hustle, but I'll look at your wares. I know that you're a smuggler, but even illegal goods can have discounts on them. Yeah, that's kinda true, but out here we only have fixed prices. There's no changing them. That's the will of the suppliers, not mine. I see. Maybe you can answer a few questions then. I suppose. What do you want? Aren't you scared of openly admitting you sell contraband stuff? Maybe I'm a spy or something. Sure, there are spies everywhere. See that bartender? The smuggler waves to a chubby, bearded man who slowly cleans the murky glasses at the bar with a dirty rag. The guy smiles and waves back in a friendly manner. He's our official local snitch. The man is on the payroll in the Chamber of Commerce, you know, and he won't just snitch about our conversation. He'll write a whole report. As God is my witness, I won't leave a single detail out. In other words, relax, buddy. We got it all covered. I can see that all is well with the corruption in Krasno. Not well, I mean. Dang it, let me just ask you another question, okay? I'm listening. Where do you get your wares, comrade? That depends on the wares. Jeans come from Chudigrad. If you're talking about weapons, I've got my own private contacts. The goods are not always in the best of shapes, but they're still better than some zip gun made out of a branch, am I right? Maybe. How are things in the surrounding territories? As always. Hey Fidel, do you know that your sign has a typo in it? It should be El Pollo Loco with 2 L's. Oh come on, you two? I know. I know there's a typo, okay? But it's a good sign otherwise. Why change it for something that minor? Hey, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. People notice this all the time. I'm not a language Nazi myself, but still. Well, you live and you learn. Can you share some rumors with me? Well, they say that small gangs pop up all across the wastes. Every single one tries to outdo the other. Every small fry gang leader sees himself as the new Dan from the factory. But small fry rarely grows into something worthwhile. Huh, okay. Now let me read that thing that we got. A machine copy of a handwritten tale, Militiaman and Iskin versus Radiation Poisoning, issue 1 of 2. That night, little Vanya, the 5-year-old, woke up due to a loud thud. Someone got into the shack and quickly locked the door behind himself. Who goes there? Screamed the boy, while attempting to find his flashlight in total darkness. It's me, Zhenya, your sister. A girl's voice could be heard in the pitch black of night. Vanya stopped trembling, but his dread returned after the girl's next statement. We need to run now. Swamp mutants are closing in on the shack. Oh my science. First they will eat our bodies, and then they will eat our brains, howled Vanya, hiding his head under a pillow. If only the good old militiaman and Iskin could help us. Quiet, Vanya. We both know he is gone. He fell into the radioactive goo, sacrificing himself to let us take the medicine back to our mom. Now me and you, we're alone in this world. Yep. It's just you, me, and my quality zip gun made out of a regular zip gun, 2 portions of scrap, and 1 wire and toolbox, whispered the girl, while hugging her dangerous weapon. Unfortunately, this was when the door suddenly burst open, and an eerie glow filled the shack. It's the swamp mutants, yelled both the children, with tears in their eyes. To be continued. So I think every crafted item in the game has 3 tiers. At least the weapons. I don't think consumables do. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. He looks like he might be important. Important enough to buy some tin cans. A thin, fair-haired man is sitting at the table. When he notices you watching him, he smiles and points at the stool opposite. You probably need a rest after your long trip. You're new around here, right, buddy? Yes, it's my first time here. It really shows. Anyway, don't worry. You won't get bored easily around here. You might even earn some cash. I'm helping out new folks around here. I have a good feeling about you. A feeling that we might become partners. I'm flattered, but first can I ask your name? The man winks at you and extends his hand. You can call me Simon Spack. What's your name? Donnie. Nice to meet you, Donnie. Now that we're finished with the formalities, let me ask you something. I'm sure I'm not the first to ask, but what do you think about killing? Are you ready to kill? And I don't mean a mutant or an animal. No, no. Are you ready to kill a human being? If it was ever really, truly needed, I think I would do it. Never doubted you for a second, buddy. It goes to show how well we understand each other. But before I tell you about my problem, would you like to hear the backstory? Or do you want to get straight to business? Tell me the backstory. I'm curious. Okay, we're all smugglers around here. It's a nice job, but there's a lot of competition from all over. Civil people have already talked things through and divided the waste into territories for their operations. But there's always some newcomers wanting their own slice of the pie. Petty thugs and ex-bandits who just realize the war is finally over. These people neither know nor care about the rules we've established for our smuggling operations. They insert themselves at the most inappropriate times. You get where this is going? You need to lose some of this newfound competition, right? Go on. The Mountain Pass of Woes recently became the main hub for the drugs and weapons made in the region, and a village called Fogolevka became a popular rest stop for smugglers taking the pass. It's a cozy place, what can I say? Some time ago, a very unsavory character was spotted near Fogolevka. The so-called Tawfik Mozambique is working for a newly formed gang of some kind that wants to try its hand in the lucrative drug smuggling business. I want you to deal with him, my friend. All my usual hitmen are busy, but someone needs to kill him, post-haste. Do we have a mutual understanding? Fidel grabs your shoulder and whispers in your ear. I was silent all this time out of respect for your wits, mi amigo. But do you really think it's wise to join a criminal gang? We have a mission after all, and it has nothing to do with helping out petty crime lords. You told me yourself. Any old bastard might have valuable information that will help with the mission, so we ought to infiltrate the ranks of as many organizations as is humanly possible. Anyway, Tawfik Mozambique must be staying in the Fogalevka Inn. Lure him out of the village, and send him to meet his maker. Just remember, my friend, no talking. You don't want to chat with that snake. Just pull the trigger as quick as you can and leave. Anyway, why am I coaching you? I can see you know what to do. I punish him for sticking his nose into my affairs. Now then, I'm not paying you for chatter, but real action. Go forth. I really hope you'll pay. Now can I ask you a few questions? Ask away, my friend. What can you tell me about the wastes? Life is pretty different in different parts of the wastes. Here it's all good, much better than in most other cities, but still not as good as some. You want my opinion? Folks tend to think they're the smartest, and everyone else around them are idiots. They think they know how the world works, but under their very noses unspeakable things are happening, and they're none the wiser. That's one rule that applies in any part of this wasteland, no matter if you're rich or poor. Thanks for the sage advice. Another question. Yes? What can you tell me about Krasno? A nice city indeed. I'm not a local, and at some point I'll move on, but I already know I'll miss this place. Not just because I have business and buddies around here, but because there's this freedom in the air, you know? Gosh, I hope no military types ever barge in with a bunch of strict laws and pointless rules. We'll see about that. What do you do for a living? I work in a factory, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I pay taxes as well. I'm really hoping for a raise. Ha, that was sarcasm. I'm a smuggler, kid. Who do you think I was? Some lousy prole? I don't know what a prole is. I didn't think anything. Let's see. Heard anything interesting lately? Some say that Sioma Varanak, a rich bandit from another part of the Waste, brought his forces to this region. I'm from the north myself, so I've heard a lot about him and Boy. I really feel bad for you people. If this bastard actually decides to attack, everyone here is going to have a bad time. He was hoping a hero will throw a wrench into his plans before it's too late. Well, maybe he will. Maybe you have a job for me. Hee hee, a proper workaholic, I see. The attitude will take you far. I can get you a job. It's nothing important, though. What do you say? I won't be mad if you say no. I'm glad to hear it. What's the job? There's a cult living in some caves nearby. They're not really dangerous. When they start up with their spooky crap, it gives me the creeps, you know? Naturally, we're hiding our activities from the local law, and so far we've had nothing but good relations with them. But those cultists are always making noises, having orgies, killing sheep and whatnot. If these shenanigans make someone mad in the government, they might decide to clear the sewers of everyone, including my men. Plus, like I said, those freaks are just plain creepy. I want them gone, my friend. Without bloodshed if possible. If they leave you with no other choice, might as well kill them. Not a problem. I'll try to solve the situation for you. Thanks, mate. I'll even pay you if you do it. Cool. Well, I think that was everything here. I don't know if they're gonna get mad if I try and take these bottles. Nope, okay. Sadly, I can't go in this room. I do want those timed explosives. I think there's at least one more place I can use it at. Alright, we can go back to where the cultists are and we can set up for the next episode and deal with the cultists. Well, hello. Oh, hello. Well, I'm glad I stumbled across that. I saw the hinges and then I saw this green dot. I was like, oh, hey. Do not know what that means. Okay. Well, a lot of explosives. Some wires. Tin can. Custom revolver. I'll pick up that note last. Diary of a Dead Man. A weird diary. Okay, well, 10 pages. Well, it's not 10 full pages, so we can read this real fast. Alright, 25th of October, unknown year. The test I conducted was a success. My headaches really got stronger if I sleep with my head pointing in the direction of the old institute. Especially when I sleep sitting, since this den of terrible mind-boggling radiation is not just to the north, but also above my secret bedroom. I had this dream I was back in my house in Malinovka, way before the war. I deserted the army and ran back home, and there were already people in the village looking for me. I'm hiding in my mom's old root cellar. Major Amonityan? I don't know why I knew his last name in the dream. Is talking to my neighbors, but they tell him nothing. But then a voice, right from the sky, loud booming. I found him. There, he's hiding underground. What are you doing down there? Your mental health is weak as it is. Get out of that dark place before it is too late. It was so darn scary. In the dream, my ears started bleeding. In the waking world, I woke up with a terrible headache. Much stronger than after that concussion I got when the guys beat me up in the uni so many years ago. 27th of October. God, my head hurts so bad. I pushed my fist into the sides of my skull, but it only makes it worse. It seems like my head is a giant zit that's going to explode because of inner pressure at any moment. What are they doing to me? Don't they know my mental health is weak as it is? Why did I deserve such anger from them? Is that because I made some changes into the layout of the sewer? They don't even use it. Why would they care? How did my 2 cubbyholes offend them? I bet old Abraham doesn't even remember me, since it's been years since I became a white mouse in their experiments. But I remembered one talk we had with him back when I was still worked and ordered books. We were talking about a theory that Lenin wasn't a man per se, but a living radio wave. A radio wave of German origin. The old bookseller thought that was a metaphor. What if it was a straight-up fact? And now Lenin's children, the dictators from the Chamber of Commerce, are entering my body as German radio waves. Making me think about bad stuff. Making me forget my individuality. There's a good way to check whether it's true. 3rd of November. Success. They really are radio waves. I spent this night with my head wrapped tightly in tinfoil. No radiation passed through. I had normal, typical human dreams, but my head still hurts. Do other victims of electric harassment suffer the way I do? Or am I the only one who cannot be saved by tinfoil? During most of the night, I heard the clinking and clanking of radio waves hitting my tinfoil wrappings and jumping off of them. A man could go nuts after such an experience. And you know, my mental health is already weak as it is. I need to solve this problem. Hiding it under tinfoil won't get me far. I must blow them all up. They think I won't. They will be surprised. 1st of December. The tyrants are right to fear me. I started working on the bomb. I'll place it under Central Street, which leads to the Chamber of Commerce, and the old institute, where come cultists currently reside. Okay. My calculations are correct. The explosion will create a huge crater, and these 2 buildings will slide into it, to be buried forever. Oh, excuse me. I bet that the devils will enjoy the radio waves more than I did. Got scared a lot when scouting the location meant for the bomb. The rats did not run away as I approached, but stayed there, watching me. They also get radio signals from the Chamber of Commerce, don't they? I wonder what kinds of ideas are being planted in their minds. My mental state is weak as it is, but I'm no rat. They won't get me. 3rd of December. The wicked towers shall all burn in the godly embrace of my explosion. Spent all day working on the bomb. Didn't eat anything. Fell asleep at the table. Instead of being tortured by their signals, I saw my Malinovka again. This time, I was spending time with my mom as she cooked. Pancakes, sausages, pighead cheese stew, apple cider, cream of mushroom soup, boiled eggs like she gave me to eat in school for lunch. I woke up with a pain in my empty stomach, and then I got it. I saw their weird symbolism. Pighead cheese stew, school lunches. That's what they are telling the rats. They are conditioning the rats to believe my head is made of cheese. If they eat that cheese, they'll become as smart as if they went to school. 5th of December. You might be onto something, because remember that we found that note in the, that little rat alcove. Because if those mutated rats do eat human brains, they become more intelligent. So, Huh. It's all over. As I was carrying the bomb I made it into the spot I chose days ago, the rats ambushed me. They wanted to feast upon my pig head cheese stew. Their attack only failed because they were greedy. One silly rodent jumped out from the darkness quicker than the rest. That was when I ran like hell, hearing millions of tiny feet behind me. I locked myself in here, in one of my secret rooms, but I can hear them on the other side of the door, squeaking, salivating for my pig head cheese. 15th of December. 10 days in isolation. Drank all water ages ago. Tongue dry, feels like sandpaper. But my brain is still alive. It still thinks for itself. When my brain works, the rats continue getting their signal. They try to dig through the floor. They assault the door. They run around, scuttle in the vents. Even though my mental state is pretty weak, my brain is the best thing I've got. The great instrument that allowed me to create my hidden rooms and my bomb. I'll not let the rats have it and take my smarts away. This bullet I saved after I destroyed most of my ammo, to get the powder for the bomb, will help me save my brain. You won't get my pig cheese. I hope someone finishes what I attempted to do and failed. They need to be stopped. I also hope some criminal won't use my secret rooms for evil purposes. Signed, God-fearing Sergei Pig Cheese Saunikov, the White Mouse victim of electric harassment, exiled by rat zombies. So he killed himself. I wonder if that's a reference to something, because initially I thought it was a Guy Fawkes reference, because he was trying to go underneath the governmental building and blow it up. But I don't think that's the case now. But in the end, he did not let the rats get his pig head cheese stew, which is not a dish that I'm familiar with. Alright, let us go over here to where the cultists are, and we'll take care of them in the next episode, I think. I should probably check to see if there's any more... Oh, you can actually see the rooms on the map. Okay, that makes exploring a little easier. Yeah, it's just that big one right there. I really want to get inside this one for those explosives. I'm assuming we go to Fokolevka and confront the guy that guy wants us to kill. We can probably choose to side with the guy in Fokolevka. Because he told us not to talk to him, just to kill him. Or at the very least help him escape. Because I think I remember who he's talking about. I think there's a couple of dead-end NPCs in Fokolevka, if I remember correctly. There was... I think a merchant that has an association with the Mountain Pass of Woe's castle. There's also that woman that was dressed in black. That has something to do with these cultists, I think. I think she supposedly worshipped this guy, the black goat. He gets referenced quite a bit in the throughout the game. Anyway, I'm gonna call the episode here. In the next one, we'll speak to the cultists and deal with them. And yeah, go from there. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.